Yo, what is up, everybody? Here with another track guide video. I did this at Myrtle Beach 2 weeks ago. I said fuck that with Oxford. Ran about round one race there, and I said hell with this. Not even doing a track guide video for that BS. So I am gonna do a track guide video here for the world's fastest quarter mile, though. This is my home track in iRacing. My home track, I should say, that iRacing has. It isn't, the closest track to me. It's about 2 hours away from me, but, you get the point. This track's fun as hell. To me, I know not a lot of people really like Slinger, but I just find it fun as hell to run. And it's even better to watch a race there in person. I'd highly recommend that. So, first off, we're going to start off here. I just got my baseline Slinger race set on here. And we're actually going to start off with qualifying here, the qualifying set. After a few tweaked adjustments here, we got, here's our fastest lap. So you're going to start right around here when you come off for qualifying. I like to put in the clutch and then first gear, and I just kind of floor it. Just get some, you're running around your 11-second lap times here. Your tires really aren't going to get up to temp. So getting them up to temp as close as you can and as good as you can before you run your qualifying is really important. Get those shocks working, get those tires warmed up. As you can see, I'm just kind of swerving here, swerving and braking. I'm doing that within first and second gear, it just depends really. I'm doing that up till about I get on the back stretch here. A lot of people will come all the way up by the wall. I just find it's way too tight up there for me, and I just scrub the shit out of the right front, and here you need the right front to be able to turn. If you run any kind of fixed setup here, you know that the right front gets cooked within like 10-15 laps because you got to throttle up hard out of the corners. So I run just about, if we hop in the cockpit here, you can kind of see up here where the track kind of changes colors going into the corner. I'm kind of just running that top groove here. It's not really a groove. You wouldn't really be racing here. If you're really racing, you wouldn't be more down here. Kind of just wrapping around where the darker line is towards the top here. In 3 and 4, and then trying to cut down. The wall does kind of, it's weird, because it kind of juts out after it pushes in here, and it's just like that. Real life drivers have hard times with that here, real life as well. Going into turn 1 though, here at the start finish line, I am at 91 miles an hour, full speed, hitting the chip a little bit, and I'm lifting right about, for me, a reference point is this light post here. It's always been a good reference point. Basically, right as I kind of see that, I start to kind of ease off, kind of roll it into 1. I'm able to roll it into 1 a little bit more than I am 3 and 4. You just want to get it to the bottom here. And basically, as soon as you get the car into the corner here, if you can see my inputs here. As soon as I get the car in the corner, it's max throttle, I'm trying to get as much momentum going here. This is a big rhythm track. Rhythm wins races here, and I stand by that. So coming here to our fast lap. Second lap is the fastest lap here. Again, what I'm doing is I'm kind of starting up a little bit higher this time. And again, I'm doing that same thing. I'm kind of just cutting down here on that dark line here. But I try to cut down the banking so I get as much speed as, because this banking's steeper than Daytona here. This is 33 degrees of banking. And you cut down there, you just look at my speed skyrocket here at the start finish line. 91 miles an hour again. Again, I'm lifting right around here. This time I use a little bit of brake to help set the nose. Just a little stab of the brake. You really, you want to drive the car as hard as you can here. For as much as you want to give the car all it'll take here in qualifying. Disregard everything, car control and throttle input as hard as you can. As hard as you can. If you feel comfortable while qualifying, you're not driving hard enough. You got to be on the edge of I am going to spin this thing out and junk the shit out of it. So here we go, and just get down there again. Once I get to the center of the corner, it's 0 to max throttle, boom, just like that. A little bit of looseness on exit here is not going to kill you. The banking will catch you here, and it's just that's just good car control here at Slinger. You want to be a little bit loose off the corner. You do not want to be tight, especially out of this corner. You not want to hit this wall. That's big right front damage. Coming into 3 and 4 here, I lift it. It kind of varies, you know. There's a bunch of billboards, but I kind of aim for this Keith's Marina, West Bend, Wisconsin's platoon control, or platoon capital, or the Wagner Automotive logo. And again, I drop the throttle immediately. I'm very good at easily dropping it during the race, but this automatic and then sudden trail brake and then full throttle. You'll see a lot of people turn in really early here going into 3 and 4 and start pushing tight in the middle of the corner right about here. You really kind of want to diamond this corner here and hit the bottom of the corner kind of on the exit, honestly, because that'll keep you away from this wall. If you turn in right here, you're going to push really tight in the center out, and you're going to have a chance of hitting that wall. And again, 100% throttle once you get there into that middle. So again, I'll go back here and we can rewatch the lap here in the cockpit. You guys can save this. So here we go, coming to our fast lap here. Again, riding that middle groove, cutting down. I'm gonna start finish line, turn it in, a little bit of brake, full throttle. And again, this is a big rhythm track. You got to practice this track a ton. This is my most ran track on the whole entire simulator because it's just my home track, and it's fun to run. It really is. It's a big rhythm track, and it's just fun to run. So coming to our race laps now. I ran a 50 lap average, or a 50 lap run. I'll pull up my data here so you can see. 50 lap average. Here's my averages. And these are my tires after 50 laps. And I'm driving it again. All she's got. Just trying to test what I got for the week so far here for the first night. We have 84 right rear, 84 right front. I mean, that's pretty damn good for 50 laps here. The race is 125 laps, and I was just basically starting to get a little bit loose on the entrance of 3. I'll go into that once we get there. But again, 171 right front, 178 right rear. Bing, bada, boom. Here's just a good race lap. Here, again, coming to start finish line, 86 mile an hour. It really doesn't matter here, really. But again, I'm lifting at this light pole here. I'll go into the cockpit here, make it a little bit easier. Lifting there, and I'm dragging the brake a little bit. You'll see a lot of guys say just roll it, but you really want to get the nose set. That's the biggest thing. If you can get the nose pointed in, you can throttle out way harder, way earlier. I mean, you can see here again, 0 to 100 throttle, boom, immediately. Same thing again here. You kind of want to diamonding it as much as you do in qualifying is a little bit sketchier with the race setup, because you'll see some guys do it and some guys can pull it off, but you basically want to maximize the track here with the race setup, and it's just you just want to be smooth and get a rhythm going. So you see there, I pushed a little bit tight, a little bit of wheel input, get that thing turning. Here you go. This is just like qualifying here. And that was a 4.28. Mainly, if you can just wrap the bottom here in the corners, you're going to be just fine. The track time's not crazy this week, and it really is just, it's big with rhythm. If you can hit the same line every single time, you're probably going to be able to win the race, honestly. You just got to have the same line every single time. I did run the top here for a few laps. I gotta find where it is, right here, I think. Just to kind of show you guys how to run the top here as well. Try to run the top. If I can find it. I knew I ran the top for about 5 laps or so, just to kind of be able to show you guys how to run the top here as well, because that's just as important on the restarts, because the restarts here get hectic. You got to watch what's in front of you in the restarts, and you got to watch who's on your inside as well. So here's just running the outside here. You really don't want to drive it in much deeper than you normally would, because you're going to push really tight, and once you get out of this rubber, you're cooked. You are cooked. Use a little bit of brake. Let's see, I get way out of the groove here, and it's hard to throttle out. Hit the wall, actually. And you can roll it into the corner, but you got to be kind of easier on the throttle when you're running the top, obviously. And I mean, I'm leaving the guy here on the bottom more than enough room, obviously. And you can cut down way more than that. I thought I was pretty good with where I was, but you can really cut down more. This is really if you're trying to give them a lot of room. You can run them pretty hard here in the middle, but you just got to give them space on exit, because they got to stay below this white line essentially, or else they're gonna wall you. Being on the top has its benefits and, you know, weaknesses, but it's just big. It's just big momentum. So that's basically all I got for you guys this week at Slinger. Mainly just practice. You don't want to be that douchebag that rolls into the race with 0 practice and takes out the whole field. Passing here, it's definitely not a 1-lane racetrack. You can pass on the top 100%. You can. You just got to know how to do it. And again, that comes to practice. I don't think there will be much people running this week, because this is just not a very popular track for late model stocks. I love it, but yeah, it's just, I think some people just don't really like the carnage that comes here. Stay on your toes. Stuff happens really fast here. I mean, you're running 11-second lap times, so yeah. If you're gonna go past somebody, I would try to pass them on exit. Lift a little bit earlier into the corner and throttle out earlier than them. You can kind of dive bomb here. Going into 3 is where I would dive bomb if I were you, but I wouldn't do it for more than a car length back, because they cut down on entry. And you can use the door a little bit here on entry. Just don't use it on exit, because it's so tight on exit here. There's really nowhere to go, and you don't want to be that douchebag that takes somebody out. So yeah, good luck to everybody this week, and have a good day.